It's your buddy Chuck Johnson, aka Kid Thunder, back again with another video for you. And today I want to talk about Michael Brown. Yes, it's been 1 year that Mike Brown has died, and I'll put it to you this way. The question I want to ask is, what can we learn from his death? Now, I understand that his family is pretty much mourning over his death, but after a whole year. But the problem is, does that really help when his son was literally a criminal before he pretty much brought himself to death, to his own death anyway? That's the kind of question I want to ask. You see, and this question is directed to people of my ethnicity. Why is it that when something like this happens, we want to quickly jump to conclusions without going into the details first and foremost? The problem is this: we have let propaganda from the mainstream media, and we have let charlatans like Al Sharpton pretty much dictate and control us. You won't see them coming to your neighborhoods where crime is up the wazoo every single day. Why did we march for someone who was doing, for some 19-year-old kid who called himself, 18-year-old, who called himself committing criminal activity and then being disrespectful when him and his friend were approached by the police? Why is it that all we know how to do is blame police and white folks for our actions? And we want to say that they're mistreating us. You know what? I'm going to come to you clear, plain, and simple that I'm very sick and tired of it. And you know what? It's 2015, and the problem is we have literally made an ass out of ourselves right here, right now. Of course, I understand that there are policemen out there that take care, that excuse me, that takes things too far and abuse their authority. I understand that. However, in the case of Mike Brown, of this Mike Brown fiasco that took place last year in Ferguson, I particularly don't find it to be that way at all. You see, why is it that we end up blaming police officers, stating that they didn't have to kill the person? Especially when it came to the police officer, Darren Wilson, pretty much did what he had to do. You see, when you disrespect the policeman, when you disrespect our law enforcement officers, I'm putting it to you this way: there are a few reasons why people, and I've said this numerous times in plenty of other videos, there are reasons why people, regardless of any ethnicity, gets killed by the police. And here's the real reason why people have problems with them right now. It's pretty much simple. If you resist arrest and cause trouble, that's one reason. If you attempt to attack a police officer, that's another reason. And which obviously result in getting your ass shot out here, and definitely going 6 feet under. The third reason is this: when you know you did a crime and you're trying to escape from it, I mean, I'm so sick of this whole this is what happens when you call the cops and F the police bullshit. That needs to be laid off. That needs to be put aside and be done with. It's 2015. Simply put, if you screw up, you can only blame nobody but yourself. The problem is this. Yes, Mike Brown, I mean, I'm going to say it this verbatim, and this is the truth right here. Like it or not, this is obviously real talk. Mike Brown literally brought himself to his own death. And if he hasn't, I mean, if he had listened, he and his friend had listened to what the officer told him to do, this whole rigmarole of Black Lives Matter and hands up, don't shoot bullshit wouldn't even go on right now. Who knows? But I'm telling you the truth. Mike Brown is the main reason why this whole Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot bullshit is pretty much going on in this nation right now. Mike Brown is the real reason why we have so many pro-black groups that are pretty much coming out of the woodwork as of this current day. Mike Brown, the Mike Brown fiasco is the real reason why, folks are all of a sudden now saying, F the police and things like that. Yes, there was police, there are policemen that, like I said before, there are policemen that take things too far and abuse their authorities. But I'm telling you this verbatim. Mike Brown, unfortunately, brought himself to his own demise. You don't like the facts? I'm gonna give it to you. Facts don't lie. Evidence and forensics definitely proved it. And take it from me, because there were times I been stopped by cops before. When I lived in Chicago, I've been stopped by cops before. Have I ever been disrespectful to the cops? No, I haven't. Yes, there was a time when there was, I mean, and this is black and white cops that stopped me before. I don't discriminate. But there was a time when I got stopped by cops before, and I'll admit I ran from them because I was a little scared and I did not know who they were. Yet there was a time they detained me, and they, all they ever did was just ask me questions, because at first they thought I was an individual who was past curfew because I had a backpack on and it was late at night. But did they ever shoot me? Did they ever put a bullet? Did they ever shoot me? No, because if I didn't comply with them, if I had resisted arrest or caused trouble with them, or attempt to assault them, I would not be here and tell you this particular testimony. I think I'm very tired of hearing this whole Black Lives Matter thing, because there are some cases that black lives don't matter. And like I said before, I find the whole rigmarole to be ridiculous. Why do I find it ridiculous? One particular ethnicity shouldn't matter at all. Statistically, cops kill white people more than they kill black people. And and to some of you left-wingers out there, some of you left-wing progressives out there that has so much hate and disdain for Fox News, guess what? That wasn't even a Fox News statistic. It was actually on CNN that they posted that. But this is all I have to say. This is Chuck Johnson, Kid Thunder, signing off. Another thing I want to add is this. Yes, I understand racism still exists. And I know some people out there are going to ask me the question, how are we going to end racism? And I will say the exact same thing what Morgan Freeman would say. Stop talking about it. I'll put it this way. I'm not going to identify anybody what their ethnicity is, because in the end we all bleed the same color. If I cannot recall, science proved that, and it's a known fact. White people don't bleed purple. Black people don't bleed green. Hispanic people don't bleed orange. We all bleed the same color, red. And have a good day.